Hello and welcome to Mr. Game Review Show. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the like button and put a comment below the video. Thank you so much. Gekirindan is a vertical scrolling shoot-'em-up shmup developed by Taito and released on the Sega Saturn in 1997 as part of the Taito Memories collection. Originally an arcade game from 1995, Gekirindan features classic shoot-'em-up mechanics with a strong emphasis on fast-paced action and nostalgic gameplay design. Gekirindan stays true to the traditional vertical shooter formula. You can choose from 3 different ships, each with its own weapon system, allowing for varied play styles. The core gameplay revolves around dodging a barrage of enemy fire while collecting power-ups to upgrade your ship's weapons. The power-up system is straightforward, with a mix of spread shots, lasers, and bombs, which feels familiar to fans of the genre. The difficulty ramps up quickly, especially in the later stages, making it a challenge even for seasoned players. For a mid-90s shoot-'em-up, Gekirindan's visuals are solid, though not revolutionary. The Sega Saturn port retains the arcade version's detailed sprites and backgrounds, but doesn't push the console's hardware to its limits. The stages are varied, with themes like futuristic cities and space settings. However, some of the backgrounds feel a bit flat, lacking the depth and animations seen in other contemporary shmups on the system, such as Radiant Silvergun. The music is fast-paced and energetic, fitting well with the game's retro-futuristic aesthetic. The sound effects, while decent, are standard for the genre, with lots of explosions and laser fire, but nothing that particularly stands out. Gekirindan offers some replay value through its multiple difficulty levels and the choice of ships. However, compared to other shmups, its gameplay can feel a bit repetitive after extended play. There's a lack of innovation in terms of boss design and level variety, which could turn off players looking for something more dynamic. Gekirindan on the Sega Saturn is a competent, no-frills shoot-'em-up that will appeal to genre purists who enjoy a challenge and nostalgia for 90s arcade games. It may not reach the heights of other Saturn shmups like Radiant Silvergun or Dodonpachi, but it still provides a fun and solid experience for fans of vertical shooters. The difficulty in Gekirindan can be described as moderately challenging, with a traditional arcade-style progression that ramps up as you advance through the stages. Like many shoot-'em-ups of the era, the game starts out relatively manageable, giving players time to get familiar with the controls and enemy patterns. However, by the mid to late stages, the difficulty significantly increases. Early on, enemies are predictable, but as you progress, the number of enemies and the complexity of their attack patterns increase. Later stages introduce larger enemies and more aggressive formations, which require quick reflexes and precision to navigate. The game does offer different difficulty settings, so players can adjust the challenge level to suit their preferences. However, even on the easier modes, later stages can still pose a significant challenge. In summary, Gekirindan offers a gradual increase in difficulty, with the later stages and bosses being the most demanding. It caters to shmup veterans who enjoy the challenge, but newer players might find the difficulty curve a bit steep, especially if they're unfamiliar with the genre's mechanics. Whether Gekirindan is worth playing largely depends on your personal taste in shoot-'em-ups and retro games. Reasons to play Gekirindan: if you're a fan of classic 90s arcade shmups, Gekirindan offers a nostalgic experience. The game embodies the essence of that era with simple, straightforward gameplay, offering a dose of retro charm. The difficulty level, especially in later stages, makes it a good choice for experienced players who enjoy a challenge and the satisfaction of mastering difficult enemy patterns and bosses. Reasons you might skip it: Gekirindan is a competent shmup, but it doesn't bring much new to the table. If you're looking for a game with more depth, creativity, or modern features, this might not stand out. It's a by-the-numbers shooter compared to more innovative titles like Radiant Silvergun or Ikaruga. While functional, the graphics aren't as polished or impressive as other Sega Saturn shooters. If you're someone who places a high emphasis on visuals, it might feel underwhelming compared to other shmups from the same era. Gekirindan is worth playing if you're a fan of classic shoot 'em ups and enjoy a traditional, arcade-style experience. It doesn't reinvent the genre, but it offers a reliable challenge and a good dose of nostalgia. However, if you're looking for something more innovative or visually striking, you might want to explore other shooters on the Saturn or in the genre as a whole.